Life has its ups and downs, and sometimes the weight of challenges can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you the key to rising above it all is already within your grasp? It's not something you have to buy, earn, or wait for. It's a mindset. Gratitude. When you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present, from what's wrong to what's right, you unlock a power that fuels resilience, strength, and hope. Stay with me because today we're going to discover how gratitude can transform even the toughest times into stepping stones for growth. Life often throws challenges our way that test our resolve, shake our confidence, and push us to the edge of what we think we can handle. These moments can feel overwhelming, even insurmountable, but they are not meant to defeat us. Instead, they serve as opportunities to build strength, resilience, and character. The process may not always be comfortable, but it is through discomfort that growth occurs. Think about the process of building physical strength. When you exercise, especially when lifting weights, your muscles face resistance. That resistance creates tiny tears in the muscle fibers. While this might sound harmful, it is actually the foundation for growth. As the body repairs those tears, the muscles become stronger and more capable of handling greater challenges. Similarly, the challenges we face in life act as resistance. They may stretch us, even tear at the fabric of our comfort zones, but they are laying the groundwork for us to become stronger. In the midst of a challenge, it's easy to feel as though the struggle is a sign of failure or inadequacy. Many people fall into the trap of believing that if life is difficult, they must be doing something wrong. But that is far from the truth. Hard times are not an indication that you're off course. They are often a sign that you're on the path to something greater. Growth rarely happens in comfort. It's in the moments of resistance when you're forced to dig deeper and persevere that true transformation takes place. Consider a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. The process of breaking free is not easy for the butterfly. It struggles, pushes, and fights its way out of the cocoon. This struggle is essential because it strengthens the butterfly's wings, preparing it for flight. Without the challenge of breaking free, the butterfly wouldn't have the strength to soar. In the same way, the struggles we endure equip us with the strength we need for the next chapter of our lives. The very challenges that feel like they are holding us back are often the catalysts that propel us forward. Challenges also teach us valuable lessons that we might not learn otherwise. They force us to confront our limitations, question our assumptions, and find new ways of thinking or doing things. When faced with difficulty, we often discover untapped resources within ourselves. Resilience, creativity, patience, and determination. These qualities may lie dormant during easier times, but challenges have a way of bringing them to the surface. They show us what we are truly capable of and remind us that we are stronger than we often believe. Challenges help us develop empathy and compassion. When we've walked through tough seasons, we gain a deeper understanding of what others might be experiencing. This shared humanity can strengthen our connections with those around us, enabling us to support and uplift one another. In this way, challenges not only build personal strength, but also strengthen our relationships and communities. It's important to recognize that challenges are temporary. No matter how heavy the burden may feel in the moment, it won't last forever. Just as storms eventually pass, so too will the trials you're facing. Keeping this perspective in mind can help you endure the tough times with hope and patience, knowing that the difficulty is temporary and serves a purpose can shift your focus from feeling defeated to seeing the potential for growth. What's more, overcoming challenges often leaves us with a sense of accomplishment and confidence. Each time you face adversity and come out on the other side, you reinforce the belief that you can handle whatever life throws your way. This builds resilience, a kind of inner strength that enables you to bounce back quicker and stronger from future difficulties. The process of facing challenges is not easy, and it's natural to feel discouraged at times. But remember that every great story includes moments of struggle and triumph. The challenges in your life are not there to hold you back. They are there to prepare you for something greater. They are refining you, strengthening you, and equipping you for the journey ahead. Perspective shapes how we see the world, how we interpret events, and how we respond to challenges. It is one of the most powerful tools we have, yet it is often underestimated. When faced with difficulties, the way we choose to view the situation can make all the difference between feeling defeated and finding a way forward. Perspective doesn't change the reality of what we face, but it changes how we experience it and what we gain from it. In challenging times, it is easy to focus solely on the negative aspects of the situation. The mind tends to magnify the problem, dwelling on what's wrong and what could go wrong. This narrow focus can leave us feeling overwhelmed and powerless. But perspective invites us to step back and see the bigger picture. It reminds us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to it. Instead of fixating on the problem, perspective helps us look for possibilities, lessons, and growth opportunities within the difficulty. Imagine holding a small pebble in your hand and bringing it close to your eye. When it's right in front of you, it blocks your view and appears enormous. But when you hold it at arm's length, it becomes just a tiny part of the bigger landscape. Life's challenges are much the same. When we focus exclusively on them, they seem insurmountable. However, when we step back and adjust our perspective, we see them as one part of a much larger story, one that includes hope, resilience, and future possibilities. Perspective also allows us to reframe situations in a way that empowers us. Instead of seeing a challenge as an obstacle, we can view it as an opportunity for growth. Instead of focusing on what we've lost, we can choose to focus on what we still have and what we can gain. This shift doesn't deny the reality of pain or difficulty, but it gives us the strength to keep going. It transforms a sense of helplessness into a sense of purpose and direction. Our perspective can also be shaped by the stories we tell ourselves. When we face adversity, it's easy to fall into a narrative of failure, unfairness, or victimhood. These stories, while understandable, often hold us back. By choosing to tell ourselves a different story, one of resilience, learning, and eventual triumph, we change how we experience the challenge. Instead of being defined by the difficulty, we define ourselves by how we rise above it. Perspective isn't just about seeing the positive, it's about seeing the truth. It's about recognizing that no situation is entirely good or entirely bad. Even in the darkest moments, there is often a glimmer of light, a lesson to be learned, or a strength to be discovered. Perspective helps us find those moments and hold on to them as anchors during the storm. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting perspective. When we focus on what we're thankful for, we train our minds to see the good that still exists, even in tough times. Gratitude doesn't minimize our challenges, but it reminds us that there is more to our lives than the current difficulty. It shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, from despair to hope. Another way perspective shapes our experience is by reminding us that challenges are temporary. When we're in the middle of a tough season, it can feel like it will last forever. But perspective helps us remember that this moment is just one chapter in a much larger story. It encourages us to keep moving forward, knowing that better days are ahead. Perspective also connects us to others. When we recognize that we're not alone in our struggles, it shifts our focus from isolation to connection. It reminds us that hardship is a shared human experience and that others have faced and overcome similar challenges. This shared understanding can inspire us to persevere and offer support to those who are going through their own tough times. Perspective gives us the ability to rewrite our story. It allows us to turn obstacles into stepping stones and setbacks into comebacks. It teaches us that our circumstances don't define us. How we view and respond to them does. With the right perspective, we can find meaning in the struggle, strength in the pain, and hope for the future. It's a powerful reminder that while we can't always choose what happens to us, we can always choose how we see it. Life often brings moments that feel heavy, isolating, or overwhelming, as if we've been buried under the weight of our struggles. In those moments, it's natural to feel stuck or even defeated, questioning whether there's a way forward. But what if that sense of being buried wasn't the end? What if, instead of being buried, you were planted, preparing for a season of incredible growth and transformation? This simple shift in perspective changes everything. When the seed is planted in the ground, it's placed in darkness, hidden from view. To the untrained eye, it may look as though nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, the seed is undergoing a remarkable transformation. It is breaking open, putting down roots, and drawing nourishment from the soil around it. The process may not be visible or glamorous, but it is absolutely necessary for the seed to grow into what it is meant to be. Similarly, the struggles we face often take us into a place of uncertainty, where progress seems invisible and hope feels distant. Yet in those hidden seasons, we are being prepared for something greater. The difference between being buried and being planted lies in purpose. Burial signifies the end of something, while planting signifies the beginning. It's the start of a process that leads to new life, growth, and potential. When we view our challenges through this lens, we begin to see them not as punishments or dead ends, but as opportunities for development. The hardships we face can serve as the soil that nourishes our growth, the darkness that forces us to reach for the light. Growth often requires discomfort. Just as a seed must push through the soil to break free and grow toward the sun, we must push through the challenges that seem to hold us back. The resistance we face isn't there to stop us, it's there to strengthen us. It teaches us resilience, determination, and faith. Without the struggle, the seed would never reach its potential. In the same way, we need the challenges to unlock the greatness within us. Being planted also means that progress often happens beneath the surface, out of sight. In today's world, where instant results are celebrated, it can be frustrating to feel as though nothing is happening. But just because progress isn't visible doesn't mean it isn't real. During these seasons, our roots are growing deeper. We are gaining strength, wisdom, and endurance. These unseen qualities are what will sustain us when we finally break through and step into the next season of our lives. It's important to trust the process, even when it feels slow or uncertain. A farmer doesn't dig up a seed every day to check its progress. They trust that with time, care, and the right conditions, the seed will grow. Similarly, we need to trust that the work happening beneath the surface is preparing us for what's ahead. Patience and faith are essential during these times. They remind us that the waiting is not wasted and that our current struggles are shaping us into something stronger and more capable. One of the most beautiful aspects of being planted is that growth doesn't happen in isolation. Plants draw nutrients from the soil, water from the rain, and energy from the sun. Likewise, we are surrounded by sources of support and encouragement, even in tough times. Whether it's the people in our lives, the lessons we've learned, or the strength of our faith, we have resources to help us grow. Recognizing and leaning into these sources can make all the difference. The process of growth can feel slow and even painful at times, but it is worth it. What starts as a small hidden seed has the potential to become something far greater, a tree that provides shade, a flower that brings beauty, or a plant that bears fruit. The same is true for us. The challenges we face are not the end of our story. They are the beginning of a transformation that will allow us to reach new heights and fulfill our potential. The season of being planted is not easy, but it is purposeful, preparing us for the breakthroughs and blessings that lie ahead. In life, it's easy to feel like the best days are behind you. Perhaps you've experienced a setback, a disappointment, or a loss that has left you questioning what the future holds. When the present feels overwhelming and the past seems brighter in comparison, it can be difficult to imagine that better things are still to come. But the truth is, your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you. No matter what you've gone through or what you're facing now, there is more life to live, more joy to experience. and more opportunities waiting for you. The idea that your best days are ahead is not just wishful thinking. It's rooted in the understanding that life is constantly evolving. Every season, no matter how challenging, carries with it the potential for growth, renewal, and unexpected blessings. Even the difficulties you face now can serve as stepping stones to a brighter future. They may be preparing you in ways you cannot yet see, equipping you with strength, wisdom, and resilience for what's to come. One of the most important things to remember is that your past does not define your future. Too often people allow their mistakes, failures, or missed opportunities to dictate how they see themselves and what they believe is possible. But your future is not determined by what has happened. It is shaped by the choices you make today. You have the power to decide that your story isn't over, that your greatest moments are still to come, and that you are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. Believing that your best days are ahead requires a shift in perspective. It's about choosing hope over despair, possibility over limitation. It's about looking forward with expectation rather than backward with regret. Hope is a powerful force that can carry you through even the darkest times. It gives you the courage to keep going, to take the next step, and to believe in the potential of a new beginning. The journey toward your best days is not always straightforward. There will be challenges and detours along the way, but those moments of struggle are not roadblocks. They are part of the process. Just as a caterpillar must go through the struggle of transformation to become a butterfly, we too must navigate our own periods of growth and change. These moments may be uncomfortable, but they are preparing us for the beauty and abundance that lie ahead. The present moment collapses in the springtime. You will watch it close with your life's happiness, and the butterfly will gladly close its wings and land along the road where it can pollinate caramel. Your best days are ahead because life is full of endless possibilities. Every day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and create something new. You may not know what the future holds, but that's part of the beauty. The unknown is a canvas waiting for you to paint on it, a field waiting for you to plant seeds of hope, dreams, and action. Instead of fearing what's to come, embrace it as an adventure filled with chances to discover more about yourself and the world around you. Surrounding yourself with the right influences is key to stepping into your best days. Choose to be around people who encourage you, inspire you, and remind you of your potential. Fill your mind with positivity, whether through uplifting books, messages, or conversations. The voices you listen to and the thoughts you dwell on have the power to shape your outlook and your future. Even if the path ahead feels uncertain, trust that it is leading you somewhere good. The challenges you face today are not random. They are part of a greater plan to help you grow and thrive. Often the most meaningful chapters of life come after the hardest seasons. They remind us that there is always something better on the horizon if we keep moving forward and keep believing. Your best days are ahead because you are constantly growing and evolving. Who you were yesterday is not who you are today, and who you are today is not who you will be tomorrow. Each day brings the chance to become more of the person you were created to be, to live with purpose, and to make a difference in the lives of others. The future is not something to fear, but something to embrace with hope and anticipation. The environment you surround yourself with plays a crucial role in shaping your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Just as plants thrive in nutrient-rich soil and with adequate sunlight, people thrive when surrounded by positivity. It is no secret that life presents challenges, and during those tough times, the influences around you can either lift you up or pull you further down. Choosing to surround yourself with positivity is not only an act of self-care, but also a strategy for resilience and success. Positivity comes in many forms. It can be found in the people you interact with, the content you consume, and the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. Each of these elements has the power to impact your mindset and outlook on life. When you consciously choose positive influences, you create a protective shield against negativity and build a foundation for personal growth and fulfillment. The people you spend the most time with are perhaps the most significant source of influence. Relationships have a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Negative, toxic individuals can drain your energy and fill your mind with doubt and fear. They might constantly complain, criticize, or focus on what's wrong rather than what's possible. Over time, their outlook can subtly begin to shape your own, making it harder to stay optimistic and hopeful. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting people can have the opposite effect. These individuals encourage you to see the best in yourself and others. They believe in your potential, celebrate your victories, and stand by you during tough times. Their optimism and enthusiasm are contagious, inspiring you to approach life with confidence and hope. They remind you of what's possible and help you see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. In addition to relationships, the content you consume plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. In today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information from social media, news outlets, and entertainment. While it's important to stay informed, it's equally important to be mindful of what you're feeding your mind. Excessive exposure to negative or sensationalized news can lead to feelings of anxiety, helplessness, and despair. Similarly, spending time on social media that fosters comparison or negativity can erode your self-esteem and sense of well-being. Instead, make a deliberate effort to seek out content that inspires and uplifts you. Read books, listen to podcasts, or watch videos that encourage personal growth, teach new skills, or share stories of resilience and triumph. Follow social media accounts that promote positivity, kindness, and empowerment. By choosing content that aligns with your goals and values, you create an environment that supports your mental and emotional health. Your own thoughts are another critical aspect of your environment. The way you talk to yourself shapes your perception of the world and your place in it. Negative self-talk, filled with doubt, fear, or criticism, can be one of the most damaging influences in your life. It limits your potential and reinforces the cycle of negativity. Cultivating positive self-talk requires intention and practice. Begin by becoming aware of your inner dialogue. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, challenge those thoughts and replace them with affirmations or reminders of your strengths and accomplishments. Focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. Over time, this habit of positive thinking can transform how you view yourself and your circumstances. Creating an environment of positivity also involves setting boundaries. It's okay to say no to people or situations that drain your energy or undermine your sense of well-being. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary for your mental and emotional health. Boundaries allow you to prioritize what matters most and create space for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than setbacks, and hope rather than despair. It's about acknowledging challenges while believing in your ability to overcome them. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you equip yourself with the mindset and resources to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform the way we experience life, especially during difficult times. It is more than just saying thank you or acknowledging the good things we have. It is a mindset that shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present, from struggles to blessings. This shift in perspective doesn't eliminate challenges, but it changes how we face them, giving us strength and resilience to persevere. In moments of adversity, it's natural to feel consumed by the weight of what is going wrong. Challenges can be overwhelming, leaving little room to notice the good that still exists. However, gratitude has the unique ability to redirect our focus. Instead of fixating on the problem, it encourages us to look for the lessons, blessings, and opportunities that lie within the difficulty. This doesn't mean ignoring the reality of hardship, but finding a balance between acknowledging the struggle and appreciating the strength it brings out in us. Gratitude is deeply connected to resilience because it fosters a sense of hope. When we actively practice gratitude, we remind ourselves of the things that are still good in our lives, even when everything else feels uncertain. This creates a foundation of positivity that can help us endure tough seasons. Gratitude anchors us in the present moment, reminding us that no matter how difficult things may seem, there are still reasons to keep going. It shifts our mindset from survival to growth, from enduring hardship to finding meaning in it. One of the ways gratitude fuels resilience is by changing the way we perceive challenges. When we cultivate a habit of gratitude, we begin to see difficulties as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Every challenge carries within it the potential for learning and self-discovery. Gratitude helps us recognize this potential by focusing on what the experience is teaching us or how it is shaping us into stronger, more capable individuals. In 2 Peter, it encourages us to approach adversity with curiosity rather than fear, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Gratitude also strengthens our relationships, which are a critical source of resilience. When we express appreciation for the people who support us, we deepen our connections with them. These relationships become a source of encouragement, comfort, and strength during tough times. Knowing that we are not alone in our struggles can make all the difference in how we navigate emotional well-being. Gratitude helps us see and value practicing gratitude can reduce stress, reinforcing a sense of community and shared overall life satisfaction. These effects are particularly important during challenging times when it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. Gratitude provides a mental reset, helping us reframe our circumstances and focus on what truly matters. It boosts our confidence in our ability to overcome challenges by reminding us of the resources, strengths, and blessings we already have. Gratitude also builds resilience by encouraging us to take action. When we feel thankful for the opportunities, support, or lessons we've received, we are motivated to make the most of them. Gratitude inspires us to persevere, to keep moving forward even when the path is uncertain. It fuels a sense of purpose, reminding us that the effort we put in today can create a better tomorrow. The practice of gratitude doesn't require grand gestures or perfect circumstances. It begins with small, intentional moments of appreciation. Taking time each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, no matter how simple, can make a significant difference. It could be as small as a kind word from a friend, a moment of peace in a busy day, or the strength to face another challenge. These small acknowledgments add up, creating a reservoir of positivity and hope that you can draw on when times get tough. Gratitude is a source of strength that equips us to face life's challenges with a resilient spirit, reminding us that even in the hardest moments, there is still light to be found. It transforms our perspective, helping us see not just what we've lost, but what we've gained, not just what we endure, but what we overcome. By embracing gratitude, we build a foundation of hope, resilience, and joy that carries us through whatever life may bring.